being different is okay. It just comes with a cost. It comes with a price. And when you're different, it's going to make it a lot harder for you to fit in. And it's just going to be, it might not be the most pleasant thing if you want to be different and you haven't started doing so since you were a child, right? Or since you were, young. So keep that in mind when I'm talking to you today, because being different might actually be the number one thing that will help you start growing more in all aspects of your life, not only business-wise, not only relationship-wise, but also for you to be true to yourself also, right? And in this world, we have all these people that tell us, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, act this way to fit in. And it's like so annoying. It's so annoying because you know you're meant for more. And the reason why I'm talking to you about this is because that was me. When I was young, I was very different. I was very unique. I was just doing my own thing, following my own beat. I was just so creative. And then something happened and I lost it all. I started just conforming and operating just like every other kid, every other student. And I just kept on losing more of myself in order to fit in. But what's the point of living a life of fitting in when it's not you, I've always loved to have a cut on my eyebrow. I've always loved to even have like a little like dash right here in my hair. I've always loved to have long hair. I've always loved really curly hair. So when I would cut my hair in order to conform, right, that just not only stunted my growth, but it just made me feel less of me and it made me feel more of them, right? Now, take this with a grain of salt. Obviously, there's certain things we have to, do. Like if you don't feel like working out, I don't want you to watch this video and say, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to work out. I'm going to be me. I feel better being overweight and having a lot of diseases. Or I feel better being off of my medication, even though I know I have mental problems. No, like take your medication, go work out. Or I don't want to go ahead and do my work. No, do your work. Your work is going to help you get farther. Do the hard things. What I'm saying though is when you are different, it will allow you to fall deeper into studying better, working on yourself, building your business. Like these things are truly valuable. And once you are truly yourself, right? Once you start saying, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is more of me, this isn't more of me, it changes everything. I love anime. I love gaming. I love art. I'm a creative. But back then I was acting like I wasn't. I was acting like I'm just this guy that likes to be in the background, which I do sometimes, but I had this mantra where I was saying, okay, as long as I'm, in my own lane and I'm like to myself and, I stay out of the way of the world, I can survive. I'll be okay. But that was such a small mindset. It was such a mindset that didn't serve me, but it was serving others because other people love to see me small. Now that I'm big, now that I have, I guess, motion or aura or whatever you say nowadays, like that has carried over into everything. And the more you are yourself, the more you will start attracting the correct people that need to come into your life. For the longest time, I was trying to force relationships that needed to work when they never really served me in the first place. I was trying to do this because we're family or because we've been friends for a long time. That does not matter though. You know why? Because if those people aren't showing up in your life, why should you show up in theirs? And why are you going to waste more time trying to please that other person or those friends or that individual when you need to work on yourself? How can you truly say that you know yourself and you love yourself and that you're different, right? If you can't even break away from the mode of just that sheep mentality. If you can't break away from the flock, how can you go ahead and be your own person, right? Following the rules is amazing. Being different is amazing. Like they all have their perfect place in this world and in your life. So just keep that in mind when I'm talking to you about this. Now, what's the point of me even saying any of this, right? When you are different, not only are you going to open up parts of your brain, but you're going to start to realize what you truly enjoy and what you don't. And if you already have a business, if you're creative or an entrepreneur, and you know that you're meant for so much more, let's start figuring out what that is. Why do you feel like you're different? Truthfully, why do you feel like you're different? Why do you feel like every single time you wake up, you're not being truly who you are meant to be? That's a reason. If you have to crawl out of bed and you are miserable, and you have a miserable partner, you have a miserable family members, you have miserable people around you, of course you're not going to even be able to figure out why. Of course you're going to not be able to figure out why you know that you're different, but you can't put your finger on it because you have all these other distractions. You have all these other distractions and all these other mental blockades that is making it hard for you to hone on in on who you truly are, because you know that you feel that you're different, right? This is a very, very niche specific video for people that actually understand and that know, and for people that are already different, right? Perhaps you are somebody that is already special, that already has that uniqueness to them. Then you already know exactly what I'm talking about. You remember those days, if you didn't come out the womb being like it, you remember those days when you would just do something, and after you would do it, you would ask yourself, man, why did I even do that? Why did I even try wasting time with those people or go on that date? Because you knew that that wasn't truly you. Mark you, still try new things, but if you really know that you don't like something, be honest. If you know that you do not like water, don't go scuba diving, just go to a pool. Like, you don't have to push yourself to that limit. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You just have to prove yourself to you. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You just have to prove yourself to you. And then afterwards, if you feel like you want to prove yourself to other people, then you can do that too. That's a whole nother topic though. Remind me in the comments if you want me to talk about something. But let's get back to the point. What am I trying to say? When you have mental clarity, when you have a clear, concise understanding of who you are, you can truly pinpoint exactly how you want to move and walk in this world. Before, I used to be very skinny. I never saw myself as a skinny guy. I just didn't. I just never saw that. But I knew that that is what people was labeling me as. The nerd, the skinny guy, the guy with a big head and a skinny body, right? The frail guy. And I was like, I don't want to be that anymore, because I know what I truly like. I love anime. I love Dragon Ball Z. I love these characters. I love Vegeta. If I like these characters, why would I not want to emulate their build? Am I the strongest? Like, am I the strongest? No. But am I pretty cut? I'm pretty cut. I got some good athleticism in my genes. I applied that, right? I applied myself because I knew that was going to be part of me being different, because that was true to me, right? Keep this in mind. When you are finding out what makes you different, don't do things for other people like, oh yeah, this is going to make me stand out. No, operate in, man, what do I like? What do I want to look like? Who do I want to be? And go from there. I used to have a very bad speaking problem. I needed to work on that. And guess what? Now I speak. I'm not trying to flex, but I'm very confident when I speak, and I love the way that I'm able to communicate with others, because that allows me to not only project my message to them in a way where they actually download it and understand it, but also in a way where it hits their soul. So it's almost like they're getting like a verbal hug, right? Or a verbal sense of, hey, I got you. Now, let's get back to the main point. Let's anchor this all back. Where am I going with this, right? Why do I have to be different, cause? I'm fine. I'm already an entrepreneur that's making $300,000 a year. That is good. Okay, I'm already a creative that's making $5,000 a month. Congrats, that's great. But is that it for you? That's all you want to make, right? Like that's it. Oh, I'm good. Just because you are good does not mean that you are great. Just because you are good does not mean that you are great. And maybe you got up to this point and you've made that money, but guess what? Money is only a part of it. Money is only a part of the pie. Imagine if you are still living a life where you're not being you and you are making this money. You are a zombie. You are a walking corpse. You are literally a zombie, because you have not stepped into the version of yourself that you truly know that you can be. You have not stepped into the version that you know that you can truly be, because you are not walking in your truest sense of self, okay? I might talk more about this. If you guys don't know, my name's Kaz. I do productivity on this page as well as motivation. And yeah, just mindset is everything, you know? And I didn't understand this. I thought that getting the body was gonna be the hardest thing. No, bud. Listen, Bubba. Listen, girl. Listen, sis. It's this thing right here. It's this thing. It's your mental. It's your soul, okay? So once you get that mental blockade, you will be able to operate in a way that is going to serve you better. And the first thing that I want you to do after this video is ask yourself, okay, how am I different? What makes me different? Who do I want to be in this world? How do I want to show up and operate in that sense? Obviously, if you feel like you want to wake up being an angry person, that's a whole nother story. But I'm positive none of you guys are like that. You guys want to wake up feeling happy. You guys want to wake up feeling confident. You guys want to wake up feeling stable and neutral, right? And I already know that you resonate with this video. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And like, we're going to keep on moving because we're a team over here. Like, for real, like we are moving as a group of people that want to keep on growing, not because we're trying to prove anything to anybody, but because we are trying to work on ourselves, okay? So let's keep on walking, let's keep on going, right? Let's keep on going and let's just do what we gotta do because at the end of the day, right? It's you versus you, all right? Deuces, I can get my water, I'm thirsty.